Alright, let's have a look at modifying your roof. So, when you're designing your tiny house, sometimes you want to have a bit more of an interesting shape than what this tiny house has at the moment for its roof. So, let's say we want to split up this design here and only have a steep angle for the roof over here, but a less steep angle here to have some more headroom for the loft. We can do that. And so to do that, we'll click on the roof tool here and it will show me the properties of my roof. And to just get started, it shows me my roof sections. At the moment, we only have one section, so it's not split in half. There's only one roof. And then it shows me the settings of my roof section. Of course, again, we only have one roof section. If we have more than one roof section, we will see the exact same thing for the next roof section pop up underneath. To just show you how to change your roof, I'm just going to show you this for this one roof here, and then after that I'll add another roof section right after to show you how to do that as well. So at the moment we have a gable roof that is 8 meters long, of course, because it spans the entire distance, and the roof thickness is 130 millimeters. Of course, you can change that to whatever thickness you want. As a quick tip, the roof thickness is added from the top down. So what you can remember from the shell settings, we have a max height of 4,250 millimeters, and to make sure we don't exceed that, if we add a thickness to this roof here, it was added below. So let's make this 200 millimeters. You'll see how it's getting bigger to the bottom, but it's not sticking out at the top now. And we can of course change the style of the roof. At the moment it's a gable shaped roof, but we can also change it to a shed style or monoslope roof. To do that, just before I do that, I'll just quickly get rid of the skylights because they might be in the way. So I'll click on the skylight and click the delete button here, and then click the delete button again for this skylight here that pops up. And now I'll go back into my roof section and let's change it to a monoslope roof or a shed style roof. Of course, we have a very steep angle here because our roof angle here is still at 30 degrees. And this is probably a good time to change that to show you how that works. And because we only have one roof angle, because it is a monoslope or shed style roof, you will see that the roof angle A is active at the moment. So let's bring this down to 5 degrees, which is quite common if you have a shed style roof. Of course, you can also go a bit more crazy and have let's say a 15 or 25 degree angle like this, but you would have to adjust the interior, of course. So let's bring this down to 5 degrees here like that. If you want to specify the exact height of your eave, you can do that as well. So let's say if you want this left side or the lower side of your tiny house to be an exact height, you can enter it here with your eave height. So let's say if we want this to be exactly 3,400 millimeters, it will bring it down to that and it will automatically calculate your roof angle for you. This makes it sometimes easier to build. It just really depends on what your preference is. Now to show you what else we can do with the roof, we can also actually change the orientation. At the moment, our roof is sloping down to the left, looking from the front of the trailer, but we can also flip it around. So we've got our roof orientation and there's 4 different options. And I'm just gonna go to roof orientation 1, and what you'll see here, if you rotate your view, it has now flipped it to the back. So you can do a long sloping roof as well, or you can just mirror it with option 2. So just to remember, option 0 is this way, option 2 is just simply the other way. And then if we go to option 3, it is sloping now this way here. So you can create some really interesting designs. Our Marlow preset has a slope like this, just to create a more interesting design for that specific template. But I'm just going to go and change it back to 0, which is my default here. And let's say I want to have a gable shaped roof again like this. And because we have entered 5 degrees for roof angle A, it has remembered that. And this also shows you that you can actually do uneven roofs as well, to add more interest to your roof if you want to do that. I'm just going to go back and change this to 30 degrees as well to keep it even. And just one thing that I forgot to mention, you can also add overhangs to your roof. So if you enable overhangs, you will see these overhangs pop up here in the front now, and you can go in and add these right here. So let's say if I want to add an overhang in the front, I can now add 100 millimeters, for example, and now this will add a little overhang to the front. I personally don't work with overhangs a lot, so I'm just gonna disable this again here, and there we go. All right, and now what I said at the start, we will want to have 2 roof sections instead of 1 roof section. So I'm just gonna go in here and say we want to have 2, please. And what you will see here, you've got the first roof section which we had before, but now we have another roof section that you can edit now. And what I will do now, I will change the roof angle of the first roof section to, let's say, 5 degrees. And now we can see this is roof section 1, and then this is roof section 2 here in the back. So just as a reminder, always looking from the front of the trailer, it's kind of counting down like that. So roof section 1 is in the front, roof section 2 is in the back, and so on. I'm just going to change this back to, let's say, 30 degrees, because we only want to change the back roof section here. So I'm going to go and make this an even 5-degree gable roof, and now we have a little bit more headroom in the interior. So I just zoomed through the wall here, and now you can see we actually have a nice loft area here where you don't accidentally smack your head on the roof. So that's actually quite a nice design choice. But what you will see here is the ladder is a little bit close to where this wall is here, or the interior of this roof section is ending. So we might want to change the length here. At the moment, the roof is set to equal lengths, so I'm just going to go and disable that so we can have different roof lengths, and I will want to bring down the length of the front roof section a little bit to, let's say, 3.5 meters, like this, and now you can see that this is 3.5 meters and this is automatically 4.5 meters. Just as a reminder, the last roof section length is always calculated by what's left over. So for example, if we have an 8-meter tiny house, the first roof section is 3 meters, the second roof section is 3 meters, the last roof section will automatically be 2 meters. If we want to bring it back to equal roof sections, we would just click this button here, but I'm not going to do this because I want to have a slightly uneven design here like this, to make sure that we have a bit more space in the ceiling here. All right, that is how you would define your roof sections.